Okay, here we go. All right. Always let your parents inspect your candy before you eat it. Tip number 1, always let your... Alright, that's another blooper. Yep, that's a blooper too. Every single kid is safe. So while Alright, that's cool. Alright, I got it this time, I promise you.
Hello, I'm Sergeant Ford with the Thomasville Police Department, and I'm going to give you 5 safety tips that you can be safe in Halloween. Tip number 1, always let your parents inspect your candy before eating it. Sparky! No! Tip number 2, always wear clothing that is bright and reflective. Tip number 3, your mask holes should always be large enough to see through them. No! Tip number 4, use a flashlight to let drivers see you. And tip number 5, always use the sidewalk, and if there isn't a sidewalk, stay close to the curb as possible. Sparky! No! On Halloween night, look for an officer that's parked, and if you give him a tip, he'll give you a treat. And remember, another safety tip, never approach a moving vehicle to get Halloween treats. Remember, when you're out trick-or-treating, safety tips. Tip number 1, parents should inspect all treats before you eat them. Tip number 2, use reflective bright colors so drivers can see you after dark. Tip number 3, mask holes should be large enough to see through them. Tip number 4, use a flashlight to let drivers see you. And tip number 5, walk on sidewalks. And remember, if there isn't a sidewalk, stay as closest to the curb as possible.